Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
4 stabbed, 1 fatally at exotic club in St. Anne. 4 people were stabbed, 1 fatally, during a dispute at an exotic club in Runaway Bay, St. Anne early Monday morning. Their identities have not yet been released. Reports are that the incident occurred around 4 a.m. in an area commonly known as Truck Stop. It is alleged that an altercation developed following an argument between the individuals. Those wounded were taken to hospital where one was pronounced dead. Firearm almost seized in Gregory Park, St. Catherine. A team of officers assigned to the St. Catherine South Police Division seized a firearm and 10 rounds of ammunition during an operation in Hamilton Gardens, Gregory Park in St. Catherine on Sunday. Reports from the Portmore Police are that about 8:45 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched and one 9mm Desert Eagle with a magazine containing 10 rounds of ammunition was found. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. Investigations continue. Police probing shooting death of teen on Olympic Way, Kingston. A 17-year-old boy was shot and killed by gunmen on Olympic Way in Kingston 11 early Sunday. He has been identified as Ricardo Abraham, otherwise called Brim. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 12:30 a.m., lawmen were alerted by explosions in the Bell Rock community. Upon further investigations, they stumbled upon the body of the deceased, lying on the roadway with gunshot wounds to the head. He was taken to hospital where he was confirmed dead. Investigations are ongoing. Uzi seized in Spanish Town, man arrested. The St. Catherine North Police seized a firearm and 13 rounds of ammunition during a joint police military operation in Trial Heights, Spanish Town in St. Catherine on Sunday. One man was arrested in connection to the seizure. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that about 11:15 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they saw a man walking along the roadway with an object in his hand. On their approach, the man dropped the object and attempted to flee the scene. He was accosted and the item was retrieved and found to be an Uzi semi-automatic pistol with a magazine containing 13 rounds of ammunition. He was subsequently taken into custody. However, his identity is being withheld pending further investigation. Sham criticizes Wholeness, Clark over silence on Bolt's missing funds. Recording artist Sham, formerly known as Baby Sham, is calling on Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Finance Minister Nigel Clark to release a statement regarding the massive fraud that has reportedly wiped out Prince legend Usain Bolt's retirement investment at Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL). Bolt, who reportedly invested just under $10 million in SSL, is said to have only $2,000 left in his account after fraudulent activity by a former employee of the company was discovered. Sham questioned the lack of response by the relevant authorities and implored those in charge to take action and have the sprinter reimbursed. How someone like Usain Bolt, that has given the country so much and has done so much for the country, tourism on a whole, just giving so much joy to the people, how them can fraud this man of his retirement money? And I don't hear the Minister of Finance Nigel Clark speaking out. I don't hear the Prime Minister Andrew Holness speaking out. I don't hear the people who will put those in power to oversee and make sure that we are protected Jamaicans, Sham questioned. The artist stated that this fraud cause reflected poorly on the entire country and questioned if that it is, Jamaica shouldn't invest in its own country. Sham added that he would like both Holness and Clark to state what measures will be implemented to make sure Usain can smile. He deserves that. He has given all of us so much joy and has done so much for the country, Sham opined. Bolt is yet to formally release a statement regarding the fraud case. However, on Monday, the sprinter turned artist posted a cryptic message to his social media pages. In a world of lies, where is the truth? The history evil, what is the root? Money, #cryptic world. Bolt captioned a black picture on his Instagram page. Bolt is among more than 30 people whose investments at SSL are believed to have been fleeced by a wealth advisor. Last Thursday, SSL issued a statement saying that it had become aware of a fraudulent activity by a former employee of the company. The fraud is said to be in the region of $1.2 billion. Special auditor appointed to probe SSL. The Financial Services Commission, FSC, has appointed a special auditor to probe the operations of Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, where a massive fraud is being investigated. The special auditor is part of the enhanced oversight embarkment by the FSC after it became aware of reports of allegations of fraud at SSL. In a release last week, the FSC, which is Jamaica's regulatory for non-depositing taking financial institution, including security dealers, said it had issued directives to SSL as a supervisory tool to allow it to engage the entity in a process of enhanced oversight. In the case of SSL, this enhanced oversight reflects the need for the FSC to have a full view of the integrity of the transactions being conducted, including the movement of funds of securities into and out of SSL. Under the directions, SSL can still conduct business on behalf of its client, but with the oversight and approval of the FSC. The FSC will simultaneously continue its investigation into matters related to SSL, the regulatory said. In the meantime, reporters have confirmed that SSL has issued a statement to its client in which it said that only a small percentage of the accounts of its clients have been negatively impacted by the fraud, which sources say could be approximately 1.2 billion. The company told its clients that the people whose account were impacted would be contacted individually. We assure you that our main priority is the safety of the portfolios entrusted to us. In that regard, we have taken steps to secure those assets, and as soon as the matter was detected, internal protocols were heightened to detect suspicious activities in the shortest possible time, said SSL. We understand that you are anxious to receive more information and assure you that we are closely monitoring the matter, added the company. Jamaican Women's Under-20 Relay World Record ratified. Jamaican Women's World Under-20 4x100 meter record that was set at last year's World Olympics Under-20 Championship in Colombia has been ratified by World Athletics. World Athletics announced on Monday on its website that the 42.59 seconds clocked by Serena Cole, Tina Clayton, Kirka Hill and Tia Clayton to win the gold medal in Colombia on August 5th last year has been officially ratified. The quartet beat the time of 42.94 seconds set by the same foursome a year earlier at the World Under-20 Championships in Kenya. The news came as a relief after a faster time, 42.58 seconds, that has been set by the same Jamaican women Under-20 team, Minas Hill, with Brenna Liston instead, to win the gold medal at the Character Games in April, wasn't ratified. World Athletics had said at the time could not be recognized as the world record, as only 3 of the 4 runners were drug tested by the Jamaican drug testing authorities. Jamaican teams occupy 5 of the top 9 positions on the World Athletics performance list, with the 42.58 seconds still the fastest, followed by the time run in Colombia, with the time in Kenya the third fastest. Government moving forward with the development of total waste management system. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that the government is moving forward with the development of total waste management system, which will see a waste-to-energy plant being at the center of the country's waste management. He said both the retirement and Riverton dump cities will be closed. Mr. Holness noted that in 2016, he empaneled an enterprise team to study waste management in Jamaica to come up with a strategy to transform the current situation. The Prime Minister explained how the new system will work. Mr. Holness said the government will construct a sanitary landfill in the center of the island through a public-private partnership. He added that the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA's role, will change with the new developments in waste management.
We're going to be developing what we call a total waste management system. It is an integrated system which will see a long-term concession to construct a waste-to-energy plant in Jamaica. Effectively, we will create a market for waste. So we will be creating a circular economy in waste, because the waste will become feedstock for electricity generation. So very soon, waste will have value. We have identified the lands already, and the studies have been done, and we intend to go to market very soon to find a partner who will construct and operate. We will also give a long-term concession for the collection of waste and the building of transfer stations. By the end of this month, Cabinet will get the business case for all these operations for us to approve. And once the business case is approved, then we go to the RFP process, that is a request for proposal. In other words, we go to market. We have done a sounding already of investors, and that has been very successful. This is an area that is maturing, and there are many investors who have turnkey operations who want to come and do the entire thing.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification